Welcome and welcome back. Good to be here. Good to have you here. I love you. Let's get into it. We got a reading for today. Where do we want to start? Where do we want to start? Okay, I got my little get up. Okay, I got my two windows behind me. Got that chair still over there. Okay, I love the angels right now. I'm gonna bring in an angel to start it off, just because I feel like they have been so present, and they have been, affecting my experience, and so I feel like they're in the collective's ear, sort of right now. You might feel like there's an angel at your side helping support you along your journey right now. Let's see what or who. Oh, there's one. Who it is? We have Hamia, Queen of Swords, God, the hope of all the earth. Ritual ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. So, man, this is about, wow. Okay, so this is about manifestations. This reading is going to be about your manifestations and how you're bringing them in. And I really feel like you're not just, you are. You're speaking. You're thinking good thoughts, speaking positive things into the world. You are doing the actions. You are writing it down. You're taking notes. You're going to seminars. You're learning new things. You are on your way to collecting these treasures of heaven and earth. And the treasures of heaven are different than the treasures of earth, because manifestation is great. It's great when we have a nice house and a nice car and a nice chair and a nice instrument, and we have things to do and money and all of these treasures. This is beautiful and amazing, and it's part of why we're here on earth, to enjoy ourselves. But the treasures of heaven are different. These are like skills. This is the embodiment. This is the skill. This is the skill of devotion and focus and learning and wisdom and knowledge and peace and kindness and humility and compassion and patience. These treasures come through trials and through contrast and through learning things and like reading books. And when you go work out, there's a treasure of earth, which is your physical body. You get to have a bigger physical body. You get to have a more fit physical body. You get to move more freely in the earth. But there's another treasure that happens when you work out, and it's discipline. It's patience. It's a higher awareness, deeper focus, more energy. And these things are sort of the treasures of heaven that I believe come with those treasures of earth. And I feel like you're doing the most. You're doing the best you can right now to bring in both. And you're highly aware, whoever you are, of both sides of that heaven and earth treasures. Okay? And you're doing a really, really good job. And so this is the angel sort of helping you on this path. When you bring in a physical manifestation, or when you do work, or when you act in the world, or push the buttons or pull the levers around you, Spirit and the angel Hamia is coming in and sort of helping you understand not just what you're getting out of the situation and what you're getting out of the habit and what you're getting out of the world, but also who you're becoming on the inside. Okay? And I feel like one of the things that you're doing more recently is setting goals. And these goals have more to do with who you're becoming than what you're getting out of them. Okay? And I really appreciate that, and so does the angel here. So I want to go to my tarot cards and see what else is going on in your experience. And this is who you are. This is the angel that's supporting you. One of the things that you're going through right now is when you do a lot of work, or when you are very avid about living your life, people around you can get a little distasteful. They might create a distaste in their own mouth or their consciousness by looking at you, because you are a reflection of what they're not doing. Okay? When you are disciplined and you work hard on your dreams and goals, and someone or many people around you aren't doing that, they might look at you and say, "Why are you working so hard? Like, take a break, take a day off. Like, don't you want to have work-life balance? Don't you want to balance out your life? Don't you want to be entertained and sit down and have some ice cream and watch a movie or, do something in your free time? Don't you want to take a day off, take a breather on all that stuff? And meanwhile, you're sitting there like, I love this. I love my life. I love working hard on my goals. I feel invigorated, energized, and more alive than I've ever felt doing these things. And so there's people around you right now who are sort of distasteful, and they are a little bit disdainful about the way that you're living your life. And this could be because you've changed, okay? You used to be one of them. You used to, sort of go along with the 98% and just live your life, work your job, come home, watch a little bit of TV, eat some ice cream, sleep a little bit, wake up, sort of wait till you got to go to work, then go to work. But now you're in this new state of consciousness where everything is moving. Your life is moving. And so the people around that were used to be around you, your family, old friends, ex-lovers, whatever it is, they're sort of throwing these swords in your back, 10 of swords. And it feels like you're sort of a lone wolf in this because you're like the only one doing anything in your experience. You're like the only one making stuff happen. And with the promise of this card is that you're on the right path. And if you continue to do what you're doing, you're gonna find people who are also doing the same thing. Okay? That's the promise of this card and what Spirit is really trying to tell you right now. Stick it out, keep on moving. Don't worry about that. Focus on the exuberance, the aliveness, the good feelings that you're getting from doing what you're doing. And in no time, people will start to come in who share your vision and share your love of life, okay? Yeah, you're breaking through these chains, okay? A lot of those chains, and so this is like generational curses of laziness, procrastination, not wanting to stand out, not wanting to be different, not wanting to do your own thing, Nobody in your family or in your close friends groups growing up really ever stood out in a way where they could break through this mold of where they came from. Okay, maybe your parents, they probably never graduated college, or maybe they did, and they just got a regular job, and they say, hey, you just need to do this and get by and pay the bills and make it happen. And meanwhile, you've got all of these big dreams and visions that you can accomplish through being alive in your body. Okay, other people look to parties, other people look to the wide path, going out, having fun, just getting by. Meanwhile, you're taking the narrow path. You're gonna pour it on. You're gonna really, really work hard to do this, and you are breaking out of those molds slowly but surely, and you're getting to those dreams and visions every day. You're getting one step closer every single day to these things, and this is beautiful. Spirit is commending you. Spirit's saying, hey, we have a great deal of wealth for you, okay? And here's the thing, right? The guy who wants $1 million, but he's not willing to live his life and be active with his life and do things and spread it around and spread love. You think the universe is actually going to give the $1 million to that guy? No, they're going to give it to you. And the reason why they're going to give it to you is because you are ready. You are ready to move with that energy. Okay? You're ready to continue doing stuff, continue taking activity. The guy who says, oh, I wish I won the lottery, then I would never have to work a day in my life. You're different than that. Even if you won the lottery, you would still be doing what you're doing. You would still be actively learning, actively applying yourself, seeking out those treasures of heaven in the midst of the treasures of the earth that you will receive. And Spirit is confirming right now with the King of Pentacles that you're either in a position where you have a lot of treasures of the earth, or you're going to receive those through the work that you've done. Okay? And this is, you've broken the mold. You've gotten out of that resistance. You walked away from those friends in that family who just didn't get it, who just told you that you needed to take a break. And now you're sitting pretty in this really, really wealthy state of consciousness, in this wealthy earthly realm. Okay, now seeking these not just, and here's the thing, no matter what they say, they could say you did it certain ways, or that you were sleazy, or that you did it in sales, or you did it doing your own business and you should have done it this other way and you should have done it the right way. Whatever they want to say, don't argue with them. Okay? There's no reason to. And I don't think that you even care to argue with these people, because you, the entire time, Hamaya, were seeking the treasures of heaven through becoming a millionaire, becoming a success story, becoming what you've become. you were not just seeking to become whatever you are. You were seeking to become something more inside of yourself. Gain the skills, gain the knowledge, gain the wisdom, apply it in a way where you could do it over and over and over again and always have that treasure of heaven. Okay, that's why you're here. That's why you're sitting very pretty in this energy. And so now, Spirit, okay, so now what I'm picking up is you are already very wealthy, and you've cultivated this by breaking free from this mold. And now Spirit wants to bring in the secrets of the universe beyond the veil. You are more ready than ever to unlock your abilities, to enter into that light code activation, to open your heart, to delve deeper into the intuition and delve deeper into this high priestess energy, which is beyond the veil. You want to see beyond it. You want to know. And you've been doing, I feel like there's more interest than there ever was before, because you've attained everything that you've attained to achieve all of what you want to achieve, not just outwardly, but inwardly. Okay? And I feel like you're even being drawn to more and more spiritual experiences through this. Maybe drawn to psychedelics, maybe drawn to meditations and yoga and and breath work and things that will activate different parts of your consciousness, altered states of consciousness, maybe what you're going after right now, because there are treasures there of heaven that you may not be able to get through just living your life and sitting in this abundance. Okay, you're ready to go into this new cycle. Okay, and so I feel like there's something that I feel like this is something that that you cannot get away from. Okay, as much as you try, as much as you want to relish in the riches around you and what you're sitting in and all of this abundance and everything that you've attracted, there's something deeper, and you know it. And as much as I feel like you've been sitting in all of this and you've been like, okay, well, I'm content with this. I'm grateful for it. It makes me really happy. I've developed these relationships. I've networked really well. I'm feeling great. But there's always this itch on your shoulder of something deeper, okay? And it's like the itch has just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And now you're at a point where you're willing to try a lot of different things to get to this sort of love in your heart, to get to this oneness with God. And so I feel like this is something this is your next step. This is the portal that you're walking through. You've achieved everything that you need to achieve in physical reality. Now you're going into this deep state of consciousness, and this is a whole journey in and of itself, and it's a journey just like that of you reaching the success that you've reached. In fact, the reason, it's a lot of the same things. Through the meditation, it's a skill that you have to learn, and the breath work, it's a skill. And what you're really doing is you're learning how to play the human instrument. Okay, you're learning how to do the breath work and the movements and the meditations in ways that unlock and alter your consciousness to feel resounding, deep feelings of presence, of love, and awareness and gratitude that are beyond the physical items and beyond the physical manifestations in the world, beyond the experiences of the world. These are inner, profound experiences that you are seeking and are about to find through the work that you're doing. Okay? I feel like Spirit is calling you to get into the community. Okay? And maybe you've already joined groups where people are talking about these profound inner experiences, and you've researched in the books and you've looked at the seminars, and you're sort of gradually developing this community around you where others are reaching these states of consciousness that you want to reach, and maybe have developed this while you've developed the physical. And so you're using your awareness of the physical world and how that works and the reality of manifestations in the earthly realms to learn and apply to those heavenly manifestations that you're seeking. And this is going to work, okay? The more you talk about what you're learning, the more you share with others, the more you get of whatever information you're learning. When you listen to it, you get it once. When you share it with 10 people, you get it 10 more times, okay? And this is just something that works for everything, okay? The Magician, the Three of Pentacles. You know, the reason why you feel this itch on your shoulder is because you are actually a very profound spirit and a profound consciousness, and you're going to bring something that nobody's ever brought to the table when it comes to this inner experience and these profound awakening spiritual experiences. You have an ability, okay? You have something deep within you. And the magician, this is a seed, okay? This is just the beginning. You're blossoming into all of that which you are through this loving awareness and this openness of consciousness. And this is, again, just the beginning. So take your time with it. Be patient with it. Use those heavenly gifts that you've received from achieving all of that success. Use the patience, use the wisdom, use the knowledge, apply it. Do the work, practice. Because you have a lot more potential than you realize. Okay? A lot more potential than you realize. And the world around you, even if you're surrounded by things that you're grateful for right now, it might be feeling a little bit dim. Okay? And this is something that you've already realized and you've already noticed and that you've been wanting to change. This will change it. This will help you see the little things as profound and admirable and full of light and living and alive and one with God. This is going to help you see the world in beauty. And this is going to help you bring out that romantic side and bring out that tantra, that sort of sacred energy within you, okay, in your experience. Because I feel like maybe you have all of this success, but the relationship aspects of your life, the loving relationships, have been maybe lacking. Okay, maybe you haven't found that loved one that you really want to cherish and be with, or you don't know how relationships work necessarily, but you have all of this wealth and you have all of this success, and that's what these inner profound experiences are going to do for you. They're going to help you connect with others in a new way. They're going to help you be more compassionate with love and light that is within others. And as you go on this journey and realize your potential, you will find that your the relationship that you are seeking is in this community, okay? And this is already written. This is what Spirit is actually saying to you right now. Maybe it was deeper, inner, profound experiences that you were looking for, but maybe beyond all that, you were looking for a lover, and that lover is coming in through this community, okay? And they have reached very, very high states of consciousness and success in this heavenly realm that's within you as well. Okay, so as you start to do this work and that inner fire is lit and these inner experiences start to happen or continue to happen, you will be drawn closer and closer to the person that you really want to be with. And not only will you be drawn closer and closer to them, but you will understand what they are going through, and you will understand that they understand you, and there will be a real solid, actually like storybook, but even more profound and real than storybook connection between the two of you. This is fantastical, okay? And this is what you've been searching for. I feel like there's been a lot of thoughts of like sexual thoughts coming up, like having deeper sex or having a more profound sexual experience is important to you. And you've been thinking about this and you've been really wanting to engage with this and understand your body and understand the consciousness behind what happens during intercourse and things like that. This is also going to be profoundly activated and opened up through the search for these deeper experiences here. Okay? I feel like we have the Empress in reverse and Death in reverse. So there's part of you, okay? The part of the physical female, so like the shadow feminine is being released within you, okay? Whether you're a man or a woman. And I feel like this is going to unlock that primal and that essence of Tantra, that the feminine, the deep, deep feminine within you is being activated and summoned through this work that you're doing, okay? And yes, you've been successful. Yes, you've been activated, but there's more work to be done in that feminine and unlocking that anima within you, okay? And so Spirit's message for you is, hey, look at the opportunities. Okay, maybe you're just now seeing an opportunity in somebody, okay? And this feels like a business opportunity. And it's not really a business opportunity. It's more of somebody to work with, somebody who's going to help you work with your deep feminine energies and your deep psychic energies. We have the High Priestess upright, the Empress in reverse. So flipping the script on what you thought was real and what you thought was possible, and bringing in this new reality of fantasy in your life. Okay, I feel like this is happening through some sort of relationship, a healer of some sort. Okay, a healer. So maybe you're considering going to a healer. You're considering working with a shaman. You're considering working with somebody who understands these deeper realms of emotion and energies. And the Spirit is calling you to do this because this is going to bring balance to you. Okay? And you know how this works. Having a coach in anything. Having somebody there to just tell you, hey, this is objectively what I'm seeing. Maybe your path is that of the guru. Maybe your path is that of a shaman, a healer, a kung fu master, something like that, where they can help open up that other side for you, a yoga teacher. Okay, so allow that in. Allow that to be part of your community and part of your journey, because somebody specifically is going to help activate and unlock your divine feminine, okay, which will bring in that lover at the same time. I don't really know what that is, but that's where I'm going to leave the reading. I appreciate you for coming in. Bye-bye. Love you.